Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shabbat McDonough Memorial Field here on the campus of Manchester Memorial High School from some high school lacrosse action. My name's Andrew Art, and I'm joined by Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Clayton, and we've got a real good matchup tonight. The Londonderry Lancers come into Memorial with a 6-6 record on a two-game winning streak to face Manchester, who also was just on a two-game winning streak until yesterday when they lost 10-3 at Merrimack High School.
Yeah, I'm cranked up for this one. These guys have been playing together for a long time, nearby schools. Kyle Clayton, what do you say?
I think that we need to keep building on that two-game momentum. We had a little hiccup yesterday, but let's see what we can build momentum on here.
The game at Merrimack was a tough one, as Merrimack is one of the top teams in the state, and that was also their senior night, so obviously that's a game they definitely want to win. But early on, Manchester doing exactly what we saw them do against Trinity, and is just keep the ball out of the zone and run their own plays, not forcing anything. Is guess who? It's Murphy across the top with a long shot, but an easy save by the Lancers goalie Nathan Barrett.
Yeah, Murphy kind of taking a page out of his football book. He played a little QB, kind of just set the play right there. Kind of a bunny shot though.
Yeah, again, Andrew, we really can't force shots like that. They had the right idea, but those outside shots are very low percentage.
Lancers have had an interesting season here. They started off 1-2, then winning 3 in a row over Merrimack, Dover, and Concord, and they lost 4 straight to Pinkerton twice, Bishop Girton, and Bedford, so all tough games. And now they're on a 2-game winning streak. They beat Nashua North and Portsmouth, so it's been a weird season for them, but this is crucial for them as they try to secure a playoff spot in the Division I playoffs.
Great stick check right there, but Lancers got the ball back.
You can tell Londonderry already out of the gate wants this game because this is crucial in the standings. Manchester is obviously looking for as many wins as they can get to try to sneak into the playoffs, but a team like Londonderry is trying to secure one of the higher seeds. So this is a must win.
Oh, say Mene, big dog. He's been on fire the last few games. Andrew, how important are those 50-50 balls?
They're one of the most important parts of the game. They're right up there with face-offs. 50-50 balls you can't just let the other team get, obviously. You gotta show you want it. And if you don't get them, you're not going to win a game.
Nice check.
Good stick check there.
Wow.
That has been one of Manchester's weaknesses. We can't let the guys hang out on the crease like that. Those easy passes when they're cutting across.
That Bedford game happened in the win against Trinity. They just haven't seemed to figure out their crease defense yet. Londonderry moving quick shot, and Kyle McPhail gets Londonderry on the board. It's 1-0.
Good luck on that one. That was snipe top shelf.
That was a rocket.
Nothing that Mene could have done about that one. I mean, he had wheels all the way up the field, got the wide open pass, and he could have picked anywhere to put that one, but he picked an open spot, and Londonderry goes up 1-0.
The fact that he tried to get in front of it is amazing.
You can't let open shooting lanes like that, though. You got to get a body or a stick in front of them. That's an easy goal. Nothing Mene could do about that.
Yeah, at minimum, you got to put a body in front of him. I mean, it's obviously a tough shot, but to stop for Mene, but you got to at least put a body in front of him.
That's
I feel
true.
like, but
Chicks love scars, Andrew. That's a fact.
Wow, two face-offs for Manchester now, perhaps.
Battle for it over here in front of the Londonderry sideline as Jolliker's in there raking, as was
the 50-50 ball.
I have no idea how number 3 got away with that catch.
Oh, guess who? Right on the crease, but
nice save.
Big save from Adumene, and already Manchester struggling with the crease defense.
Yeah, they really got to watch the Londonderry's X-man, because he's creeping around every corner, and it's only a matter of time before he picks another corner.
Londonderry moving quick around the crease. Beeland had him and then fell down.
A little turf monster right there.
Yeah. But
Very
there's
patient.
that X-man.
Very patient Londonderry is.
They're playing their own game. I mean,
Look at that
Ben
hustle.
Patakula there, number 3, he's been slowing things down. He's in the starting lineup. I can tell he's one of Londonderry's most important players.
Kyle, you got to appreciate a goalie that busts his hump to try to get that.
He's been doing it all year.
It's awesome.
From the top, Londonderry right on the crease again, and it makes it 2-0.
Really, there's no resistance against that shot right there. And poor Mene, he's gonna get some bruises again today, I think.
Nate Pedrick with that one as the Lancers go up 2-0 real early on with just 8:27
Andrew,
to go here in the first quarter.
2-0 on 2 possessions, too.
And this is exactly what I thought would happen. Timeout Manchester I feel like they needed it, honestly. I mean, they haven't looked great out of the start. They've given up two goals to Londonderry already. Their defense hasn't looked great, but there's still obviously plenty of time left. But what do we think they're talking about in there? Because they're one big circle right now. They're not split up into 2 like they usually are.
Yeah, as they normally are. I think it's really just trying to slow down the momentum. Let's get our breath together, calm down. We don't want to get too far behind. This is absolutely still a very winnable game.
I mean, get some energy too.
Exactly.
They look like dead out there.
And Londonderry's looking very fluid, very crisp passes, and what I saw the last couple weeks was great face-offs by Manchester, but we're losing those as well now. So little things that we need to work on. But I think this is more of a breather, calm, cool, collected timeout.
Yeah, you give Mane a break, and you see Coach drawing something up. So, obviously, they have a game plan here.
Yeah, they absolutely do, but it is definitely a part breather, but it's also just trying to get their heads back in this game because going down this early is never good, but there's still plenty of time left, still winnable game, but they've got to get in it somehow, whether that's with a goal, big hits for energy. Something's got to work for this first quarter, especially if they want to stay in this game.
And they can't be firing. I love Liam, but that was a pretty weak shot from the point. You give him the turnover like that.
Attack hasn't even touched the ball yet.
That's true.
You see Londonderry work it deep. Like I'd like to see a couple more passes, maybe get Tafe down low.
They're absolutely not out of this game yet, and I'm sure that Coach D'Onofrio told them that. But a big face-off win for Londonderry is they're on and rolling again.
Boy, they're fast.
They are fast. They look way faster than Trinity.
Absolutely, they are.
For the exception of number 7 there, Gonzo's favorite from Trinity.
I pick favorites.
I do agree with Gonzo, though.
Nice
Londonderry's
pick.
very patient, but Mac Tripp disrupts that pass.
Yeah, we've heard that.
Excuse me, that's Will Brower, the 21 and 23.
He likes
little
to
confusing.
Shoot it. He likes to shoot. I'm glad he passed it off there. It was a bad one, but
Velez trying to save it, but he can't, and that's a costly turnover.
That's a turnover because it went through that end?
correct.
Okay.
Yes. But again, he got to stick in the passing lane. That's exactly what we need to do. Just a little more crisp on the passing, and that's what we're looking for.
Or even get across the midline and just slow it down and wait for somebody to come back. Because he was trying to rush it as a long pole.
Yep.
That's absolutely not what you want to do.
Get a shorty in there and switch out. Absolutely.
It's hard to shoot with the long pole.
Very. It's hard to control it. Never mind try to shoot it.
Huh.
Murphy.
Nice job.
It's a good check in there. He just had no idea.
Andrew, they're not getting any of these 50-50s.
Ground balls, another one of the most important parts of the game, and Manchester's had a tough time getting those. But
That's a great
move
split dodge.
inside, and
Nice
that
save.
somehow stayed out. I feel like
Wow.
Nate Pedrick might be shocked there, but Mene Adumene held his ground in between those two orange posts and kept this game 2-0.
Well, Will Brewers pushed him off to his the offside hand, and that was a tough angle for him. And Medeme again just
Even simple
using the
things like
angles.
that is what you have to do to.
exactly just disrupt the whole operation they have.
You know, you don't have to go and lay every player out. You know, even just pushing a guy, making him use his offhand that he's not too familiar with. You know, that's how you keep goals out. If he didn't push him out like that, he used his strong hand, probably would have been 3-0.
Absolutely.
I'd like to see Perrin involved here.
Get Egan
Wait,
making a
once-
run. Looked like he did get hit in the helmet. Yeah, I was waiting for that flag to come up. You could hear it from here. Most distinct sound in all of sports is a lacrosse stick to the helmet. I still can't wrap my mind about how lacrosse referees miss that call sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
That's
Yeah.
just the easiest sound to distinct.
It's hard to pretend you didn't do that. Absolutely.
It is also hard to do that. Yeah, I mean, you whack a guy in the head, you can't just.
So is that a 10-second penalty?
I believe it's gonna be 2 minutes, Michael.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he
That's
was
a big one.
baffled by all the 30-second
Yeah.
penalties we had in the Trinity game the other day.
30 seconds feels like a half an hour in lacrosse.
It does, you know, they might seem quick, but when you're out there chasing for 30 seconds, you know, you're like, when is my teammate going to come back in? Because
Nice rush.
we need him. But
Ooh.
Perrin D-twig there.
D-twig, that's
I like
right.
that.
But Murphy stays with it.
You can D-twig someone, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Big run here for Londonderry.
They got
Logan
numbers.
Vard to the middle, right in the
short-handed.
middle, fake shot.
Great job, just
still waiting, but Thomas Stamoulis was able to get right in front of him.
Great footwork right there.
Carter Beland really stuck his ground right there.
He's close to the top now, defending the point, which is Nate Pedrick, who already has a goal in this game. 5.5 to go here in the first quarter. Londonderry leading 2-0. Now Pedrick going to run on Beland, gets right by him. Bounce shot, and he scores. Londonderry leads 3-0.
That's pretty.
Again, they did the right thing by pushing him out to the outside with the outside hand, but this kid's picking corners right now.
Nate Pedrick's second goal of the night, clearly he's a pretty good player from my eyes so far. There's no hiding that.
Lefty stick, is that a little tougher to pick up for a goalie?
They're uni hand sticks.
Ah, I see.
Ambidextrous.
No curves like a hockey stick.
No curves, Mike. Correct. But yeah, he's changing planes. He's getting the cuts he wants. I like that kid on my team. He's doing some damage right now.
Another big face-off win there for Londonderry's. Their Fogo is Ty Parsons, who's on, and
boy, they go right at it, aren't
yeah, they're not wasting any time right now. You can see Ty Parsons just sprinting on and off the field as the Fogo. Same with Brian Baumgartner. But yeah, Londonderry now in a spot like this, they're going to waste some time here.
What's a Fogo?
Face off, get off.
Okay.
Right in the middle, and Londonderry takes a 4-0 lead.
Pick the corner on that one.
That was a very small window for him to shoot in, right in between the helmet and the shoulder pad.
It's a great shot there. Aiden Huard makes this a 4-0 game.
Now, I noticed on that last drive, they're kind of backing away when they're the attackmen are doing a crow step, winding up, and giving them the open lane, kind of opening the waters, if you will. And you got to step into that. Again, it's not going to be pretty, but you got to help your goalie right now.
Andrew, you get 2 timeouts per half, correct?
Correct.
Would you think it's crazy to call another timeout soon?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like not quite yet. As violation there on Baumgartner is Londonderry will get that face off for free.
That's 3 in a row now. They've gone.
Didn't even have to work hard for that one. I would assume that Baumgartner went early there, because that's really only the violation where it just quickly becomes Londonderry ball. It's easiest to see. If it was a stick violation, it would have been a whole different operation.
Yeah, there would have been an inspection going on, but
He definitely went early. Right around the crease, pass missed.
Here we go.
Kyle McPhail, and
what?
We're going to have a stoppage here.
And they're going to go. I'd go quick before they get set up.
Interesting there. I'm not sure what
that was a hard slash. Play on, though.
Play on, yep. That was the hard-hitted Cam Brutus there. As that one gets
the goalie
thrown away. Running the open field, Londonderry. Big check there by Brower, and then tripped.
That kid is not dropping that ball, huh?
No, he hasn't dropped anything yet, I don't think.
Even when he's on the ground, that was incredible. Then no slouch to Manchester right there, but
Ben Patakula, that is, who has not dropped the ball yet. And I can hear yelling from the Londonderry sideline, just take your time.
Oh, they will. They have no problem doing that with a 4-zip lead.
Manchester's got to keep track of their men. They can't have someone sneaking around on their backs. They got to keep track of their man. No easy passes.
Communication is key. You can't have 3 people on one guy, obviously. It means 2 of them are open.
Yep. You can't. I mean, I'm all for the slides. I would encourage that, but keep an eye on your man. Make sure someone's got your back.
Stamoulis giving chase around the crease. Good job to keep Patakula out. And Londonderry's going to have to go all the way back to the top to reset.
Probably going to run an ISO here.
Yeah, I think so.
We're going to look for number 3.
McPhail trying to get by Murphy. Murphy and Brower there to make the initial stop. But guess who comes up with it?
He loves to shoot it.
You got to get rid of that, right?
He loves to shoot it.
Yeah. I can see the cumbersomeness of a long stick.
It's a lot of stick to hit.
Yeah.
Big steal again as Brower now has to do a lot more work to get back onto the defensive side. Londonderry rip shot, saved by Adumene.
That's gutsy.
Took the sticks out of his hand, but saves the save. But that was very well done. But easy shots for them again.
Was great save, but it was also a very easy, unchallenging shot.
Yeah, he bailed them out on that one, and it was unopposed. You're right. And
Brower long pass.
Seems to be the name of the game right now.
Yeah.
Manchester hasn't had a clean look at one shot yet. Yeah, that opening shot from the point, but that was weak,
Again, I was hoping that's what that timeout was for, just to get your breath, get calm, play the game you know. And
Kind of
we're
the
just forcing
opposite of the Trinity game. I know Kyle wasn't here for it, but the Trinity game, they were getting shots easily, and they were connecting on passes whenever they wanted to, but they've hardly connected on any passes tonight.
You got to look at it like you can't look at the score. You got to look at it like an even game and
Right.
just go from there.
You know, you can't know that you're playing down 4-0. You got to just think that all you need is one goal to get things going. But a pass, little bit off, and he was right in the crease there. But Manchester gets the big, long-awaited turnover.
So let's hope we establish a pass right now. Don't rush it.
No need to rush it
Oh,
at all here.
that's sloppy, right?
He started running before he caught it, unfortunately.
Bettenker
Good
able
job
to pick
catching
it up, and this is what all the players call a free clear, because Dan Bettenker does not drop the ball.
Right. All right, let's see what we have up our sleeve now. Let's
You know,
work the
they're
ball
set up on
around.
offense, all their pieces moving.
They're really dragging the front three up on defense now.
Got to get number 6 involved. He was so good against Trinity.
Talon Perrin Murphy had no idea where that was, and that's another Manchester turnover.
It's about 5 already.
I'd like the attackman to start making some move, getting some separation from the defenders.
Yeah, though they haven't really gotten the ball yet.
Yeah, but you got to get open.
Yeah, that is definitely true. You do have to get open to get the ball, but definitely interesting that in the first 11 minutes of this game, the attacks touched the ball maybe twice.
And maybe that first shot we had, I don't know if we've had any other on net right now.
I haven't seen anything.
Last minute of action here, down to 40 seconds, as Londonderry is going to probably look for one final shot here.
Quick split dodge right there, number 3. They're very shifty. Can use both hands, obviously.
Oh, good D, good stick right there, and 32.
Force those uncomfortable passes. That's what you got to do. Turnovers.
Thomas Stamoulis made a great play for Manchester.
I feel like we're going to say that's one of the most important parts of lacrosse about a million times tonight, but that is another part, what Kyle just said, with the using both hands and making passes with both hands. There's a lot of moving parts in lacrosse, which makes it such a challenging sport.
Good job.
As we get down to the last 15, Jake Cornelis gets it to Velez with 10.
Gotta go.
Yeah, they are going to try to go for a shot. Perrin pass
Oh,
behind Murphy,
Now what happens
and we
here?
will have a whistle with 3.6 to go.
No free shot or nothing like that, huh?
That's correct, Michael.
Okay.
No,
Should-
sadly.
Should be.
Let's see.
You gotta wing it right
3.6
now.
seconds. Murphy, do what you do,
Murphy
buddy.
rips it off
Yeah.
the stick of Barrett and out of bounds as we are at the end of the first quarter here from Manchester Memorial High School, where Londonderry is leading the Kings 4-0.
Look, it's not great, but it's still 4-0, and you pop 2 in, you get right back in it.
You only need
Exactly.
one. It's the fastest
Really?
sport on feet.
One is all it takes, but we will take a short break here. Both teams will address their wants and needs for the second quarter, but we will be right back with more high school lacrosse action here on Manchester Public Television. Short break, and we're back here at Shabbat McDonough Field on the campus of Memorial High School, where Londonderry leads the Manchester Kings 4-0 thanks to 4 goals, 2 by Nate Pedrick, 1 by Aiden Huard, and 1 by Kyle McPhail. I'm Andrew Arndt, joined again by Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Clayton as we move into really crucial part of this game, the second quarter. Big chance for Manchester to get a couple back on the board.
Yeah, I mean, face-offs, Londonderry lost the first 2, but then they won the last 4. One de facto of a penalty, but
Baumgartner's able to
good job.
at least get the clamp and then win possession on that one. So big part of the game won there for Manchester.
For sure.
Baumgart's going to do a lot more of that.
The quick pinch and
Yeah.
pop there is what they call it.
I like that.
Pinch, pop, and go. I've heard that term millions of times in my house because my brother happens to be a Fogo. But here, this is what Manchester needs. They need their attackmen moving like this, like Lucas Tafier right at the top with his mids right next to him, and then attacks at the corners. This is exactly what they need.
Yeah, I like
I
them
can
to-
smell a goal coming here.
I like a nice cut right now or a pick, anything.
I smell it too, Andrew.
Velez back to the top to Weaver. As we stated last game, there's no shot clock in high school lacrosse, so they can take as much time as they need here.
Yep.
This is where the hockey game kind of fits in. You see a lot of hockey players playing.
Absolutely.
Velez, long
yeah.
pass
I-
over to Murphy.
Is that I don't know if that's a
That was.
Who
I mean, he
saved it.
saved it, but right back to Londonderry, unfortunately.
no need for that.
Yeah, you don't. That's just a risky pass.
I feel like Londonderry set him up for that, kind of decoyed him there.
Yeah, they left Murphy across the way. Wide
Long
open as
stick
that one
shot.
got
Jeez.
in.
I mean,
Wow.
You can shoot with the long stick. It's a common misconception, especially it with the different leverage they have. It looks very wonky from the goalie coming out of the stick, and that's
An interesting goal there leads to Cam Brutus
it's a good
putting
point,
Londonderry on top 5-0.
because you're not used to seeing a long stick.
it's just a different level, and it gets a different bounce. But you're watching the stick go longer, and then it just kind of explodes once it hits the ground from the stick.
We
Which is
do
not
have
very fun.
a bad sign here on the sidelines. Brian Joliker and Talon Perrin both do not have Joliker doesn't have a jersey on, and Perrin is sitting with the trainer, so
Yeah.
obviously not good here.
That's number 6, Perrin, and he scored 2 goals in the last game I did, and he's really good as a attacker.
Very good. One of the best offensive weapons that Manchester has, and definitely just not a good sign. You see Liam Murphy's going to stay out there on attack and not be a midi like he usually is.
Looks like a shoulder.
Yeah, the pads are off, but the jersey's back on, which is very very concerning.
Yeah, Joliker looks like he may be done for the game. Definitely want to know about what happened there. But long shot from the outside went over the stick of Adumene, and Mac Tripp is able to get possession for Manchester using his hustle and the long pole.
Nice long pull, and he's got a long body too.
Now we need the middies to come up and just help the long sticks, and just you can't have them carry over.
Beeland
no.
force pass there as Londonderry is going to have a free ride to the net. Shot, and they score. Aiden Huard for the second time tonight puts Londonderry up 6-0.
That unexcusable, guys?
That does not get any easier than that.
Yeah, I mean that's a penalty shot. That's a one-on-one, force pass there, but lots of early mistakes here
And just
for Manchester. An
wide
unneeded
open
pass, didn't need to make that right in the slot, but Londonderry goes up 6-0.
Things are unraveling here. How about that timeout, guys?
You could use it now.
One more Londonderry scores, and I can see Coach D'Onofrio losing it. Manchester able to win the faceoff. Bolio ends up with the possession as the middies come on. Brandon Weaver and the younger brother of Joey Velez, Cam Velez.
You got to give credit to Londonderry's defense, too. They seem boxed up and very disciplined out there.
Oh, absolutely. I can tell their defense is very, very well coached. They know what they're doing out there. They're not letting Manchester have any easy shots, and they're forcing the bad passes. But
They're doing a lot of talking down there too, calling man, calling slide.
Yeah.
1-2.
can hear the talking from here. Tafe to Velez. Say that all the time in hockey.
How important is talking, guys?
I was gonna say it's probably the most important part of defense. 'Cause
It is, absolutely.
You don't know what's going on behind you, and in case you get beat, you have someone having your back.
I mean, even in offense, too, you want to know if there's a guy coming on your blind side, because if you don't see him, you might get hit pretty hard, and then you're going to regret not talking and telling your teammate that there was a person on the blind side. Happens all the time. A guy will run to the lane, won't see a defender, and they'll get crushed.
Yeah, it's taking a quick nap on the grass, unfortunately.
Velez
I'll
trying to
tell
beat the
you-
pole there, but, man, going to work.
Yeah, 22 is unpenetrable.
I get
John Paddock's going to work there for
He just
For
gives him a
Londonderry.
nice reminder who he is over the shoulder.
undesirable shot, 20, 25.
Murphy, defended by Cam Ayotte around X. Murphy all the way back to the top. Bounce shot.
Oh,
wide
give and
open.
go.
Murphy pass missed him, but Thomas Egan able to save it at about the 35. And Manchester will have another go of things here with 7:47 to go in the first half.
Londonderry's really sticking on their hands. They have nowhere to move their stick when they get in close like that.
Yeah, they're
Weaver-
really good at. You can't get by them. It seems like it's like a corner press in football.
So I would work it around. You want to get the middies to their short stick. You want to get any offense not going against a long stick right now.
Murphy in danger of stepping out of bounds there. I hope somebody was yelling at him
dangerous pass. Again,
He's not afraid to do that, though, is he?
it's a lot of traffic, and it's a low percentage pass.
They call that pass great if it works, but really bad if it doesn't. Manchester came up pretty lucky there that pass wasn't intercepted because, again, that would have been a free ride to at least the 50. The attack sort of broke off, and we could have had a
Nice
bad
4 on
goal.
3,
But to the
yep.
top, Egan going to try to make a move around the pole, makes the tough pass inside Cam Velez.
Wow. That was a high-risk pass, too. They got it, but then, man, did they converge on Londonderry.
They're really forcing the great
Big
snap.
turnover. Velez bounce
Oh.
shot over the net and
Just
out of bounds.
didn't expect to have such a good look, probably. That was a great pick.
That was
though.
a great situational awareness play, but yeah, I got a little excited there, unfortunately.
Yeah, he'd like that back.
Absolutely would. I definitely agree. He did not expect to have that one in his stick as easily as he did and just got a little bit excited. That pass behind.
Good job.
Big turnover there. Manchester's going to take possession. Here goes the free clear. Dan Bettenker over the 50 with numbers. Has Murphy down low. Velez jump shot all the way across, but Lucas Tafe right there to save Manchester's possession.
Good hustle by Tafe, and, just in case he gets a bounce, but he's still there. Liam Murphy's really making some erratic plays, though. He's kind of taking a lot of risks, I feel like.
Londonderry is just the sticks are constantly on their hands. They're not letting any easy passes, and it's really tough to even get a legitimate shot off right now.
I assume it is, yeah.
Very hard. And Manchester has to force all of their shots, it looks like right now.
They've looked better, though, I feel like.
There is more passing. I do like that, but it's again a lot in traffic, and I like to see the attackmen start maybe moving around a little bit because again very stagnant.
Manchester still really can't get the shot that they want as that one just dribbled right back to the 35, and now they're going to have to start back at the top of the zone.
They need to pop the cork here and see what happens. Let's get one here now.
Little roll dodge, and again they're double team,
Wow.
triple team. Th're ready to go.
At some
We
point, there's
do
got to
have
be a
flag.
penalty, right?
That is a flag.
There is
down.
a flag there as we will have a stoppage of play.
I'm not sure if that was
I mean, it's amazing what you can get away with in this.
holding.
1 minute for a hold there. It'll be Logan Huard coming to the sideline for the penalty.
Yeah, sometimes the long sticks get tangled up in that.
Just got an update here from the sideline from the alumni himself down there, Braden Hafman, former Memorial quarterback and Memorial attackman lacrosse player. The injury on Brian Joliker is just his arm that got hurt in the game yesterday, and then I guess it got slashed again early on, and it's just not feeling good, so precautionary to take him out. And the Talon Perrin injury is, in fact, the shoulder, so whoever said that, Kyle or Gonzo, you were right with that, but definitely two key pieces lost here early in this game as we're not even in the second half yet.
For sure.
I mean, you got to take care of your players, preemptive measures, but that definitely hurts the
Nice
team.
look.
Nice.
Hey!
Big shot there. Brian Baumgartner gets the goal that Manchester needed, and it's 6-1.
Desperately, and I think they caught Londonderry sleeping a little bit there.
It did, didn't it? They got a nice little look, and Baumgartner put it home.
Well done.
Hey.
One goal at a time.
Hey, yeah.
Baumgartner, did you guys like that shot? I'm curious because I know my answer. Did you guys like the low shot there?
I'm never partial to the underhand. It's too much of a change, and you can get stripped very easily. But balls on net. What can you ask for right now?
Seems they go to a lot of skipping shots.
They're called worm burners.
Yeah. That's
Going
what
to
I mean.
have a violation here on Londonderry. Manchester will take over.
Ride the momentum.
It would be huge to get one more right now. Just get a little pep in our step,
For sure.
but can't be running into the other team.
By the way, just got one more last update for Talon Perrin. It's not only just the shoulder that's bothering him a little bit. It is also back spasms. So I'd be surprised if we see Perrin back in this game. But that definitely hurts having two of your best players out for the game. So it's shoulders and back spasms. Definitely not good.
It'd have to be really worth it for him to come in, pop a couple in. But if it gets worse, he'd probably set it out.
All right, Liam's taking charge up top now. He does love the ISOs. Let's see if we can do a little shake and bake here. They do that.
Dodge to the right, spins around, nearly falls, bounce shot, save there by Nathan Barrett.
Give him credit. Barrett came up big there. Good ISO move, though.
Oh, yeah, Perrin's done. He's not coming back in. He just took off the pads. He is done.
I did like that Liam was ready for that slide there, but he did the second dodge, but there's another third guy coming. Londonderry's playing very tight down low.
Boy, Liam's going to have to wear a lot of hats today.
Absolutely. Him, Velez, and Lucas Tafe are going to have to work real hard.
If Baumgartner just keeps winning the draws, well, there's always a chance.
Londonderry controlling things here at the top of their zone.
Besides that breakaway, Manchester's really had a good quarter here.
I would say we're really tightening it up now.
Time of possession, everything.
They have really tightened it up. You know, you just got to give up a couple to learn exactly what you need to do.
Well done.
As Murphy made a big effort there, and then Stamoulis on the sideline tried to save it, but just wasn't in time. Londonderry keeps possession.
Then Londonderry does like to work around the crease. Do a little jump shot.
There it is right there around the crease. Fake shot around McFarland.
Good conversion. But he doesn't let go. You're right.
Brower tried to make the hit. Big
Ooh.
shot there. Wow. I mean, that one hit the post and went in.
Yeah.
That's a demoralizing. Everything we asked for. Guys stepping in front of the lane. That was another perfect shot. There's nothing you can do about that, unfortunately.
If that was hockey, the water bottle would have went flying off the net.
He's tucking it right in.
Yeah, good job, Manny, getting in front, but it did seem like
A lot of traffic, unfortunately.
you're right. They don't drop the ball. They're really good with the possession.
Looks like that was Kyle McPhail with his second. So Kyle McPhail, Aiden Huard, and Nate Pedrick all have 2 goals, and then the one lone long stick goal by Cam Brutus. As Baumgartner wins another face-off with numbers
Quick pass. It's not there.
on the outside. Weaver.
Good credit not forcing that, which
Yep.
seemed to be a good pass, but Londonderry's good at baiting that, I feel like.
Yep, but he didn't force the pass. And that's, oof.
Ooh.
That was a good, I guess, a pick.
Weaver caught himself there as Murphy sets a pick.
Someone's gotta
Didn't
get him
quite
open. There
work.
we go.
Wide open over here. Thomas Egan. As he waits for everybody to get set up so that Manchester can run a play with 2:15 to go in the first half. So pretty quickly moving game here.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Egan pretty far behind the net at X, waiting for
Not a lot of movement, though.
people
there's
to
nobody
move.
getting
Yeah.
open. Yep, Londonderry's not going to give you the goals, guys.
Murphy trying to make a move around his man. He does. Fires it across. Miss Baumgartner. Londonderry will take over.
I mean, look, I see what he's trying to do, but kind of just eat it and regroup in that situation. No, the passes aren't working out in that situation.
That was another erratic pass,
It was, yeah.
but nothing crazy, nothing.
But Liam's going to have to
seems-
be the guy, So I see where he's coming from.
Whereas I feel Londonderry there's not just one goal scorer. They have many guys who can create opportunities.
But losing Perrin's huge for Manchester.
Losing an big offensive guy, but they're just at this point going to have to figure out how to play without him.
You are right.
As they're already dealing with injuries, just Jolliker and Perrin out for this game. Still missing Owen Kelly, Trevor Wong, and Colin Fields is moving in for a shot as Londonderry, and that'll stay. Lancers ball with exactly 101 showing on the scoreboard. Scoreboard showing 7-1. Lancers leading.
I would like one more goal before halftime for Manchester.
Patakula at X. Another shot there, but Londonderry will take over again.
Even if you had to trade goals, just to get it on the board again would be nice. Not ideal trading, but you're right. Just to notch one up, get someone some confidence.
Just feel like we're deflating right now, and that's incredible angles. That's almost
How did
not even
he
possible.
shoot? Yeah, how
That's
did
not
he
even possible.
walk me through that, Kyle? How does he get that off right there?
He
Got in.
again, it's all angles. He went to a 30.
Is it luck? Or is it?
No, he went third quarter. Shot there. Yeah, he didn't. No, it's not luck. That's a perfectly played shot, but he
It's a
split
hat
dodged right
trick
into
for Nate Pedrick, and he's got one for a reason. I didn't even have a reaction on that because it just
Yeah, I
really
started-
got me by surprise.
I started to stutter.
Yeah,
that was an amazing shot.
Just could not believe that went in. But either way, 8-1 Lancers, as that one's popped up. Brower
Baumgartner's
wins
doing
possession. He is. Definitely one of the bright spots so far here in the first half. He's got a goal
Great.
and
Get that.
plenty of face-off wins. Brower trying to dig it out. Too many people in one area, but a good save there by Baumgartner to keep it on the Manchester side with 17 seconds to go. They'll have time for possibly one final shot.
I'd like one more good rip.
One good one, yeah.
Murphy going to wait with 10. Back to the top with
Gotta
Egan.
go.
Got to go now. Egan pass was
Into
deflected away by Cam Brutus. And that will do it here on the first half from Shabbat McDonough Field. Lancers own that first half, leading 8-1 going into the break.
That's a tough one.
Definitely a tough half, but, halftime's long time for a reason. Coach D'Onofrio will probably split his team up into two, the defense and offense, and they'll talk about how to win this game. But we will be right back here in 10 minutes with more action of the second half of this Manchester Kings versus Londonderry Lancers high school lacrosse game on Manchester Public Television. We are back for the second half here at Shabbat McDonough Field here on the campus of Memorial High School. Andrew Arndt, Michael Gonzalez, and Kyle Clayton joining you for the second half of high school lacrosse action here. Londonderry leading Manchester 8-1, and in that halftime, I picked up that Coach Jordan D'Onofrio and even the assistant coaches, Marquis Sutton, Thomas O'Rourke, and Brandon McMaster, did not really say much to their team. They just let them talk it out, and I feel like that's the right move at a spot in this game. They didn't yell at each other or anything. They were just real. They're like, guys, we have to pick it up here. We have to get our shots. We have to play good defense. I feel like that was definitely the right move there from the coaching staff. So let's let their guys talk it out.
They kind of just segmented as position players and worked it out as teammates. Yep.
You just got to look each other in the eyes, and you know what you got to do. Sometimes you don't need words.
You guys both played sports, obviously, as kids. You know what would happen in a game like this if people just started yelling at each other. The deficit would get bigger and bigger, as we're going to start with a violation here. So Manchester on the right side of things here to start early, just underway here in the third quarter.
The 3 in a row for Manchester now.
Violation's a big help to that.
Of course.
Need a little burst of energy here, especially at the beginning of a quarter like this.
I'd like something quick, absolutely. But don't force anything. Let's see what we got in our sleeves right now.
No risky passes.
No.
Good
That
check.
one dropped over there, and we'll have a illegal procedure here. It'll stay Manchester.
That's key.
Yeah, don't force anything, but we do need a sense of urgency. It's at some point.
Looks like I made a mistake earlier. Number 10, Trevor Wong, is out there. So I made a mistake saying that he's still on the injured list here. He is on my current roster, but I guess he has overcame his fractured leg injury, and he's out there. I did not even see that before.
Yep,
Wow.
Just a pass right there. Fractured leg is nothing fun to come back from.
Oh, no. It happened pretty long time ago, so I figured he'd be back, but did not realize that would be tonight.
He's looking almost 100% right now, though.
Pass, miss Baumgartner, and those are the passes you cannot miss.
You see that a lot. Manchester's just dropping the ball.
You got to have some boxing
This
out
is a
during
big
this.
50-50 here.
Yep, you just saw Trevor Wong got pushed right down by Logan Huard. That was completely legal. That was just a box out push. And
Very clean. That's what you got to do.
32. Thomas Stamoulis just made a great play to get the puck back, or the ball back.
got it back to Bolio there.
But yeah, get back to the man ball. If someone calls man, takes out the man, and the other guy scoops up the ball. But it's a chaotic scrum.
Boy, they are really made of steel, Londonderry.
They are, as of right now, Manchester really still struggling
Ooh.
with the injuries. Egan trying to be fancy with it, take it into the middle. They just can't still find the shot. Baumgartner with the lone goal here for the Kings, able to stay up, cutting through the middle.
He's powerful.
Londonderry is not giving anything easy up.
They're everywhere.
Risky pass.
Baumgartner shot way wide. Velez there for the rebound.
Nice
right
pass in front. Nice.
Thomas Egan had no idea it was even in his stick.
I don't think he knew he
saw the
is-
rebound get caught there.
There's no communication there either. We do have a goalie change over there, though. Taking over is Colby Walden, so it looks like Nathan Barrett's night is done, and Colby Walden will take over. Tripp with the good clear to get it to Wong there.
Yeah, good pass getting that long
Tave
stick.
Velez running
Nice
off the
shot!
screen, and Velez goes top shelf, gets the second goal for Manchester. But Londonderry still with the big lead, 8-2. But my God, the work and magic that Joey Velez does on the offensive end.
And it gets the crowd involved. I saw there's about 100 people out here. Big crowd in support of Manchester, and that's what they need. They need a little support. Need to feel it from behind themselves.
Just the power of Velez backpedaling right there on that shot was incredible in itself.
Not to mention the snipe.
Loves the jump shot, and he absolutely sniped it. He's for sure has the hardest shot on this team, and now Manchester has some energy back in this one as they're able to eventually win the possession there on that face-off.
He's a beast, Baumgartner.
Just like that. You need one little goal. Gets momentum going.
That's right, Kyle.
You're not going to get 7 in one shot, but one at a time.
Egan trying to come and make this a 8-3 game, but he'll wisely step out of the lane and wait for Baumgartner to come back on. Baumgartner pass to the middle. Murphy around the screen. Murphy lets one go.
You know, this is a good opportunity with a goalie change, getting a quick one on him. You get to his confidence. You can pour him on.
Especially if, not sure if Londonderry would do this, but if they have to put Nathan Barrett back in, he wouldn't be ready to come back in.
Yeah, he'd be cold. You're right.
So this game is not over yet, but Londonderry moving quickly on their side of the field, but we'll wait for the Manchester defense to set up.
There's still plenty of lacrosse left.
For sure.
Absolutely. Whole 20 minutes left here in this game, just over halfway done. Ball down low goes to Ben Patakula, fakes the pass to the middle, still holding at X around the crease now, and he'll just send it right back to the top.
Yeah, they have to be content to do this.
Back to the top, trying to work on Brower is Sam Malia.
And this is a great job keeping him outside of the zone.
It's good defense right now, yeah.
Little tweak at halftime, perhaps.
We got a long stick on the ISO, though. Let's see if
it's going to be interesting.
Jam them up right now. Good
Easy
slide.
to get tripped up. Bounce shot, little wide of Adumene. Might have got a stick on that, but he does win the race. Either him or Tripp. Manchester will take over.
Kyle point for him.
That was a great slide, and that's what we want to do. You can't just let one guy get beat. You got to be ready, next man up.
Andrew, including the second quarter, Manchester has really kind of fared their own here.
They have. They really have stopped a lot of Londonderry momentum here. Londonderry had the big lead at the end of the first, got a couple early in the second, but really since that, it has been a lot Manchester. I'd say 70-30 here as Baumgartner gets hit. That'll be a penalty, and he'll go away for at least a minute.
Maybe a cross-check there, Andrew?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Baumgartner didn't even have the ball, and he got definitely some extension there.
He's not easy to take down. He's a truck, and that must really show what kind of penalty that was.
The dog.
2 minutes for a cross-check here. Just saw the referee give this signal. That is John Patties who's going to go on the sideline. This is, again, perfect opportunity for Manchester to take the lead because they've man down for 2 minutes no matter what.
Almost must do right here, isn't it?
It is a must-score situation. You're man down for 2 minutes no matter what happens.
Yeah, locked in. Even if they score, we are still man up. I didn't think it was that bad a hit, but we'll take it.
I can see why. It was a little
just good D.
Little late.
Yeah, but
no on the
possession.
defenseless player. Clear there. Nice job by Walden to get that out of the zone, but Manchester is man up, so they'll have the advantage getting the ball up, but they can't take their time here as they've only got 2 minutes with this advantage. They've got to move quick.
Brewer reminds me so much of myself.
Here we go.
Wong at the top.
Wong's still got to shake a little rust off. It's tough coming back from those kinds of injuries.
D. Twiggs, the defender there. You don't see that all the time. That was Dylan Ersley. There, the long pull got D. Twig. Tafe waiting all the way to Murphy.
Ooh,
Murphy
nice
fakes a shot at the top. Spins to his left. Right on the near post is Trevor Wong, not able to.
Yeah, the shot pass there was tough, but that was lockdown defense again by Londonderry.
And he wins the 50-50. That was a great job on defense.
Liam had nowhere to go.
Tafe tried to go for the wrap check there, but was not able to. He hit his own teammate. Clear again by Walden. Get it out for Londonderry.
Now, we were knocking the dangerous passes, but we're in territory where they get to try that stuff.
Good to see Connor McFarland back out there with a long pole. He was getting checked with the trainer.
Nice lead
But
pass.
Bettencourt right to the middle, going to pull it out. Velez, long shot. Saved by Walden
Ooh.
right in his stick.
Nice save. Little long, right?
Bettner, I mean, again, he drew 3 defenders.
Pass way over the head there of Dylan Ursley, and Manchester will take over. So Londonderry starting to play a little bit sloppy here.
For sure.
Just
Checking the back of
unfortunate there.
McFarland there. No call.
A little frustrated there.
Yeah,
Great
McFarland.
Great roll dodge right there by the long stick.
Ooh.
Yep, there I can tell just by the way he's playing right now. McFarland is not thrilled
No, he's
with
got
that
a
no call.
chip on his shoulder.
And in fact, I can even hear people laughing over there in the box who might just happen to be a couple of his friends. But we will have a timeout here. I believe that was the Lancers
Makes
that
sense.
called it.
Makes sense, Andrew, because they're not liking the way coach ain't liking the way like you. I think you called it sloppy. That's a perfect way to
Yeah.
address it.
I mean, I wouldn't be thrilled with the way Londonderry was playing if I was a coach. They've definitely lost their track of things a little bit here. Still 8-2, but you know, as we said, still 16 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game, so really anything can happen. But this lead is not completely safe yet.
Not safe, but you're seeing Manchester make these passes that we consider dangerous in the first half, but would probably consider crucial at this point, correct?
Yeah, these passes are all their passes are going to have to connect at this point. They can't afford to just throw the ball away because I think they've got the momentum here. You know, Londonderry called the timeout as a wake-up call, so they're going to get back into it. But this should be a pretty interesting finish to this game.
I'm really a little disappointed on the lack of scoring on the 2-minute penalty, though. Really should
Yeah.
have capitalized on that. That was a huge window for us.
That's come and gone.
Didn't really even
Yeah.
get a shot.
No, and Londonderry's obviously got great defense, good man down, but very, very disappointing. So let's see if we can just, again, do what we did first minute of the half.
It's definitely easier said than done. You know, we're just up here and they're down there. But I do agree with the fact that they definitely should have at least gotten a good quality shot there on the man down, because you can pick the spots way easier, especially with a long pole down.
Absolutely.
But we are back from the timeout, and Londonderry and Manchester each talk in their respective huddles, and now Londonderry will keep it in their own end as they will probably run a set to see exactly what they want to do.
And number 33, the Lancers goalie does have his helmet back on now.
Definitely interesting to pick up on that.
Maybe he had a phone call.
It'll start with Sam Malia all the way in the top. Bolio giving chase. Malia down right on the
Wow,
crease, and a
man.
big save.
Great
Just
save.
Heroic.
That's been his bread and butter all day, too. So great way to step up there.
Heard the stick, too, so that's a relief for him.
And it looks like it's going to be Central's ball now.
Now, Kyle, when you played, did you really tip your hat to the goalie for doing what he does?
That's my guy. That was my job to defend him, absolutely.
Goalie's the biggest guy. You know, you can't just let your goalie get pushed around and stuff. You know, always defend your goalie. You know, you see it in hockey, same thing in lacrosse. It is legal if the goalie comes out of the net that he can get hit, but you're not just going to take that lightly.
No, and you don't come in our crease. That's simple as that.
You know, there is a penalty for it.
Ooh,
Still
a missed opportunity there.
can't go in there. Wong misses that one. That'll stay in. Baumgartner trying to pick it up on the sideline. Has
Wow.
hardly any real estate.
Baumgartner.
Stays in. Pass to the middle. Tay faked the shot. I would have taken it there, but he waits for a better opportunity.
I would as well.
Baumgartner. Baumgartner gets every loose puck. He's so good.
That was a risky one-handed scoop, but he got it done.
Liam's doing his thing here from way back.
That rate with Baumgartner, you just got to anything that works.
Whoa,
Wong.
You know, Wong wants one once he's back now.
Wow, way back, cocked and loaded.
Threw his whole body into that.
One of the best things is coming off the injury list and getting a goal.
That
Nice scoop.
beautiful smell of fresh-cut turf, absolutely.
Egan making the pass to the cutting. Murphy wasn't able to catch that, and that one just floats in the air.
Really hit the
Londonderry will
butt
come
there.
up with it.
A lot of space.
Space and speed here. Kyle McPhail to the middle.
Ooh.
Quick passing
What
right
a
on the
save
crease.
again!
I do look at him here.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Get
that
back.
was risky business.
Shot
Another
Wow.
in front of the
sorry.
net was Stamoulis there holding his ground.
Yes, he was.
Stamoulis saves the day by coming
Bolio
from
on
defense.
the ground. Beelan scoops. He's going to make a run here.
Great substitute goalie.
Stamoulis.
Beelan to Tafe. Beelan going to stay
Oh.
on.
Tough pass.
Yeah, again, you got to help your long sticks there. He had nowhere to go.
Should you wait on that? Were you 2-6 like that?
It's
Or just go?
in the moment, Michael. It's tough to call.
Oh, for sure.
Be a hold here on Manchester. Looks like Little in the back of the play.
You're right, Andrew. It is easier up here to kind of nitpick, isn't it?
Yeah, there's nobody up here like football. We'd hear yelling up here if there was coaches here, but it is pretty easy to nitpick stuff from up here as opposed to down on the sideline.
I just want to again reiterate on that great defender getting in the net. You can't teach heart like that. That was an immaculate save with a long stick.
Yeah, that's also part of the defender's job. If your goalie goes out, somebody's got to step in the net there.
Yeah. Unwilling.
Great take, Michael. Thank you.
Londonderry still playing their game. We've got a minute 43 to go there. They're just keeping themselves in this one by connecting on all their passes around the perimeter and playing their game. As we'll have a hold there on Londonderry. Will turn the ball over, and it'll be King's ball.
Interesting.
Too bad we can't hit the reset button on this because Manchester's playing great.
Manchester loves to just fly up the field.
There's another flag. Could hear it from here. Flag down.
Yep.
Bettenker able to draw the penalty, so
Looks like a slash on that one.
Londonderry picks up. There's the whistle, and we'll have another penalty here coming for the Lancers.
Let's see.
Looks
See
like
who
a
goes to the
minute.
box. I heard a minute.
Yeah.
Believe this might be Kyle McPhail. Yes, he will take a knee inside those two orange pylons there.
One of their top players, too.
Slash for 1 minute right there.
McPhail with 2 goals tonight. Slash and another timeout here.
This would be on Central, perhaps.
Yeah, this is Manchester's timeout. They had the ball, so pretty,
Interesting timeout right here.
yeah, interesting with just a minute 19 left. But, maybe Coach D'Onofrio's got a specific play that he wants his team to do here.
Or he saw something in the moment. Since you get 2, why not,
Wants to critique something real specific real quick, possibly. Another reason, we don't have headsets down there, so we'll never know why he called it.
You see him go directly to the clipboard and say, get over here, I got something for you.
And he's with the offense over there, too. Offense is the smaller circle, and defense is the bigger circle there closest to the Crusader logo. But a quick talk there for Londonderry.
And Londonderry is bringing in their original goalie.
Interesting, good take.
Nathan Barrett back in the game. Colby Walden
You
let
know-
1 goal by.
Andrew, it seems like Coach is talking directly to Joe Velez, so watch out for
Yep.
number 2. He's directly being talked to.
Velez
here.
and Tate for the 2 guys who are right there being talked to
So he must see something and
by
he wants
Coach D'Onofrio.
to put it in motion. But, wow, so Londonderry going with their original goaltender. Did a good job backing up, though.
Yeah, nothing to sneeze at. Absolutely not.
Yeah, a little PT, a little experience.
But I think that's a positive for Manchester. Could maybe got Londonderry's head a little bit.
Ian Andrew made a good point. He might be colder now.
Interesting move to say the least, as, yeah, he wasn't warmed up. I did see them at halftime warming up Colby Walden, so at least he was warm, but with a minute 19 left on the man up, Manchester look to make one last push at putting 1 more on the board before we move to the final quarter of play. Velez at the top to Tafe. Tafe, rocket shot wide, and wow, he'll give the possession
Oh.
to Nathan Barrett, and it'll be Londonderry ball. Coach D'Onofrio obviously not thrilled with that one. He's still got his arm up, and I couldn't see why he made the call so quickly.
I'm not.
I'm not a huge fan of that call, I can't lie. I'm not
I do love the heart of the dive,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't have made
I
that call
can't.
that soon.
I
Big
couldn't.
pass.
As a
man.
referee, I can't make that call that early.
Nope.
Pass in the middle. Lancers
Ooh.
trying one last thing
These-
here. Murphy.
These kids don't drop the ball.
No,
You
they
split
really-
a double team.
Nice save,
Don't.
buddy.
Mane's great save.
Yeah, and once again, defense comes to play when Carter Belan this time is the man of the moment.
Will stay Londonderry ball.
That all started with a
Again.
big home run pass from the defense, about 30, 40 yards in the air.
Ben Patakula over here controlling things for Londonderry. 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
And we're back to even strength again.
Yeah, definitely tough. You know, you can't really necessarily blame that
mine-
one.
Wow,
Big
behind the back.
Spin and tried the behind the back
Right out of the
shot,
box.
but that'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with Londonderry, though.
And not as tricky as a play as it seems, right? It's sometimes it's a smart move, right? The behind the pass.
That would have been bananas if he scored that.
Sometimes those behind the back passes aren't trying to necessarily score goals. They're just trying to get. Wow, I mean, look at that. That's a huge goal there. Nate Pedrick for the fourth time tonight puts Londonderry up 9-2 right in the middle of my sentence with 3.2 showing on the clock in the third quarter.
That's deflating a little bit.
If you
Yeah.
give him one or two open feet, he's gonna grip it and rip it, and
4 goals. on
9
the
times
day.
out of 10, it looks like it's gonna go in. You need someone in his grill at all times.
One
Even
last
double
face
them up,
off.
Kyle. Ever double them up? Even.
You can always double up, yes, but again, you gotta worry about the slides and make sure the next man's coming up, because that means you leave someone else open.
Well, we're through 36 minutes of lacrosse, and with the big goal at the end of the third quarter there, Londonderry leads 9-2 in what was a pretty well fought out third quarter between these two teams.
Something to build on, anyway.
That was a bizarre last minute, 10 seconds. I'm not sure.
Coach is down in midfield talking to
Yep.
the refs about
Rightfully so, but
probably about that possession, correct?
yeah, I would definitely think so. But we will have a short break here as both teams talk it out for a couple of moments, and we will be right back for the fourth quarter of this Londonderry versus Manchester high school lacrosse game here on Manchester Public Television. Final quarter of action here from Shabbat McDonough Field. Andrew Arndt, Michael Gonzalez, and Kyle Clayton joining you for the last 12 minutes of this game. And Kyle described it very correctly in the last moments of that third quarter. That last goal was pretty deflating.
Yeah, I mean, we had all the momentum. We really locked him out the whole quarter, and then number 4, he's been doing it all day. You give him any little cushion, he's going to put it in the net.
And he doesn't fumble.
Easy goal there, Nate Pedrick for the fourth time. As Londonderry is looking to put double digits on the board here, they're making the Manchester defense run a rocket
Wow.
off the stick of Adam Huard there, and it'll stay Londonderry ball. So either they'll change it. Okay, so initially it was Londonderry ball. Maybe Jordan D'Onofrio did
Yeah.
some talking down there. It'll be Manchester's ball. Interesting. You hardly ever see a referee change a call because of what a player says.
I think it's an IOU from the last shot.
I think so too. Bettencourt tried to go for the swim dodge, denied.
And there's a lot
by
of blue,
Huard.
a lot of blue, and only a little white.
Egan trying to save it there, as no signal yet from the
It's
referee.
Giving it to White.
It is white,
Will
but
stay Manchester.
we gotta create some separation because they're just
Okay.
gonna split them right up the middle. There we go.
So-
Liam's got some courage, that's for sure.
Colby Walden is back in the game here for Londonderry, the backup goalie. So I guess putting Nathan Barrett back in was because they knew that Manchester would try to shoot it.
Yeah, let's try and do that again though.
Big clear here for the Lancers. Cam Brutus
Wow, he's fast.
leading the pack with the long pole over the midline all the way down,
Nice
almost
dig.
to the goal line, right through the middle, spinning
Wow, good D.
way too much.
Yeah, we're trying to do absolutely
Way
too
too
much.
much tried to do there. And
Trying to get on the highlight reels.
Stamoulis, yeah, that was just plain dumb.
I'd have to.
Stamoulis, long pass connects with Velez. That was an interesting pass. Good way to clear it, but he's definitely happy he connected with that one. Velez will wait for Murphy, as Manchester will run their set play here. 2 minutes down in the fourth quarter as Londonderry is still leading 9-2.
This is kind of where you let the stars take over, right?
Yeah, this is a time where you need your veterans out there, guys who know how to come back in a game, and you just have to get goals or even just shots no matter what.
Yep, it's that clutch factor that we need to key into right now.
Baumgartner spinning, heading towards the middle. Rips one
nice
right
hit.
in the stick there of Walden.
So I think Baumgartner's the guy to do it. I think they got to ride him and let him rush because he's tough to take
It
down.
was actually just very similar to what Londonderry did. He was trying to
Long
make something out of
pass
nothing.
there, but somehow finds the stick of Aiden Huard.
About 70 yards.
Cam Brutus with the pass there all the way around back to the top. Nate Pedrick.
Yeah, they're going to try to get it down to 3 again. Number 3. Go for his 5th goal of the game.
And again, he could shoot lefty, righty, any angle. You can't let him get his hands open.
Seems like one of the best players in the state.
He's definitely one of the best on his team. There's a lot of talented players in the state, but he could definitely be up there as one of those guys. Londonderry running a play designed to start at X there.
Oh,
Spins
man.
Beelan around right to the center
Yep.
of the goal, and Nate Pedrick is on the board for the 5th time tonight. Londonderry leads 10-2.
That's his bread and butter.
Do you think they thought he was going to pass it? Because he kind of deked that and then it opened up his lane?
That's it creates the window, but he's been doing that all game.
Right.
He circles around, dodges the defender down low, and just wherever he can put his stick, it finds the net.
It's a party of one, seems like.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Very talented.
Oh. Could have called.
As they're just content, sitting back, and
You know the classic battery issue we have to fix
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time here.
yeah, it's part of the process.
That's why you didn't hear any commentary there for a little bit as I try to get this second one back in.
Michael, I'm sure you did very well, but
I did, but no one heard me.
late hit,
I
very
nailed it.
late hit, unfortunately, for Manchester right there.
Frustration
I didn't even see
sets in. Yeah, that was Will Brower, kind of just,
Yeah, it's boiling over. It's
it's a hard sport.
gonna happen, but Brower's one of our better players.
Yeah, it seems like everything's starting to boil over now, and I heard unnecessary roughness. It'll be Brower for the penalty. 8:23 to go. Londonderry leading 10-2.
Coach just shoots him a look. You can say more with a look than you can with words sometimes.
Yep, he just
You do too much, and you can
Look-
only do your best, and nothing comes to fruition. It absolutely gets frustrating, but you can't lose one of your veterans like
and
that.
even I can hear yelling on the sidelines at players not supposed to be doing what they're not supposed to be doing. As Londonderry
Wow, look at
spins it
that.
around the top.
That's nice.
Big save at Dumine. Had no
Lost
idea
the
where
ball,
it
yeah.
was, but
Boy, they're quick with their passes.
And again, that's an impossible angle. I can't even believe it was close on net.
yeah, they're spinning it exactly how they want it here, Londonderry. There's no other way to describe it. Tripp hits Bettencourt wide open.
I would have loved Bettencourt to just go straight down there, no hesitation, but
No hesitation. He's going
That
to take it right into the middle
Yeah.
before he gets detwigged.
Detwigged.
yard
Nope.
sale for the older people out there.
Yeah, you can call it a number of different things, but
Stick
nowadays, the vocabulary lacrosse nowadays,
The kids call it D-twig.
yeah, the lacrosse guys nowadays do call it detwigging. as-
One day, Andrew, they'll correct you.
Yeah.
It'll be a new term.
Yeah, there will, I'm sure, be a new term or a bunch of new terms for all the words we use now. Londonderry really making the defense run their shifty move, getting around Vashon, swim dodge
Yep.
around Tripp, rips way wide.
Swim dodge.
That was a ESPN play there from Ben Patakula. Looked like he was just trying to get on top 10 tonight.
Just swim dodge over a guy taller than you with a long stick. That's impressive in itself.
I'd have to get footage of it for it to make the top 10, Andrew.
is very true. Is Londonderry still playing their game? Shot from the point.
Outside the net.
Apparently
Nope,
that
nope,
was
nope.
a pass. That looked like an intentional pass, maybe to try to fool the defense.
It got
Beelan
me.
playing close D here. But Pedrick able to get away from him. Vashon there for the
Ooh.
That's
Kings
a very
able to
dangerous
win
pass.
that. Stamoulis going to run it up the field,
Yeah.
hangs onto it, but then
Long stick.
loses it.
Nice little pass.
Really just getting kicked around here.
Little field hockey elements.
Londonderry able to take over. We will have a whistle.
It might be a trip. I'm not sure.
Londonderry players are coming off. Looks like Brandon Robin comes off hobbling. He'll take a seat on the sideline. No penalty here. It'll just be Londonderry's ball. As they move inside of the zone with 6 minutes to go, so halfway through the final quarter of this game, still leading this one 10-2.
And I think they really I would just slow it down again. You just had one of your players banged up. I don't
Yeah,
think they're
this
going to try and
is-
do anything crazy at this point.
Do you know any other speed but full speed, though, you know?
I personally don't, Michael, but
No, of course not.
Cut to the middle, right around X.
Oh, boy.
Wide open. Big save there on a hard shot, and I know Adumane is going to feel that one because that was off the stick of
Oh.
Pedrick.
He wound up so back.
very agile save. I can't bend like that. Very
It's
impressive.
amazing. Manny can really move. Really good D lineman, O lineman, real quick.
Yeah, he got in front of that one, and he is going to feel that tomorrow.
You say that a lot for the kid there.
Yeah.
He's an unsung hero. Absolutely. He's in the trenches.
I like that speed around the corner there.
Egan finds Velez, and now back in the offensive zone here for Manchester. They have not owned that zone as much as they did in the third quarter as opposed to this fourth quarter.
I'm not sure we even really know how good the Londonderry goalies are. We haven't any real good quality shots this
Right.
whole game. And they're
Haven't
really
had
just
to
keeping us
work
out.
on too much as Wong leaves it for Tafe. Cross the middle, Murphy spinning away from defenders, forcing that shot in the middle, picked up easily by Colby Walden.
Good outlet pass, too.
Really should have switched hands there. It's tough to just keep sticking with your dominant
Brutus
hand.
with a pass right on the money, but just out of bounds. That was right in his LSM stick. Great pass there
For
by
sure.
Brutus. Wow.
Yeah, and unfortunately it's not football. You can't drag two toes and call it a catch.
And
Too much momentum.
Logan Huard couldn't quite stay in bounds there. But Manchester still has some time to get a couple on the board, at least some momentum. 4:07 to go, and Londonderry still leading 10-2.
Something to build on at least.
I know Wong would love to get on the score sheet right now.
Absolutely. He looks like he's going to wait for it. Baumgartner here standing at the 10-yard line. Close side to us. Egan gets around his man. Has Tafe in the middle. Dropped it. And Londonderry will force it right back to their goalie, who will take over
Reminds me of Powerball from American Gladiators.
and get the clear.
That one-on-one rush to get that ball in the thing.
Londonderry right back to work here on the offensive end after doing some pretty good work on the defensive end, but they will pull it back to the top. And like Kyle just said, probably just slow it down a bit.
Yeah, if you get an opportunity, take it. But I'm not
Chilling.
I'm
They
not
just
pulling out all the special plays right now.
Yep, he's just going to go right to the outside. He's not going to try to take that lane or anything. 180 seconds to go here. 3 minutes until the final horn. Right on the crease there.
That's their bread.
all game.
Finally did a nice slide again.
They need to.
They have done it a couple times, but they have to do that every single time. He's just lingering.
They need to detwig him.
McPhail here at the top going to wind up, shoot, and score. And that's going to be the exclamation point. Londonderry takes an 11-2 lead, and McPhail has his hat trick. So the second player with a hat trick tonight, and Londonderry gets the huge exclamation point on a game that they have pretty much owned.
Yeah, you can't let someone wind up like that.
Nope.
That took at least 2 seconds to take that. You gotta put a body on him. That was
Yeah.
a rocket.
Completely unmolested, open look, and just put it home. Whenever you hear the pipe, you know that that's accuracy.
Yeah, he picked his spot, and you just can't let him wind up like that no matter what. The freshman Lucas Brown in there for the face-off draw at center field. But, yeah, you can't – that wind up and everybody just watching him shoot like that just can't happen.
No, and again, the unsung hero, our goalies, he's got enough bruises already. You can take one for the team.
That's a good point.
If you interrupt a shot, it might go off, but
that's a good point. Even if it's not for the scorecard, you gotta protect them.
You gotta do it for the boys.
Just stick the long pole out there, and it'll deflect off of that.
Anything, just to get in the way of it.
Around the crease.
Like that.
Was
just like that.
Made him
that
sail
was
it.
exactly what we just said.
Colin Bolio with a nice back check.
He raised the butt of the attacker's stick and sailed it.
Nate Pedrick trying to go for the double hat trick there. Won't get it quite yet. Tripp lockdown defense there on Patakula as Vashon will give a chase and try to keep this one.
Ooh, a little action.
In bounds, and it'll stay with Londonderry. Pretty interesting little thing there as battle on the sideline ended up staying with Londonderry, but they'll work things back to the top.
Another
cutting
swim
to the
dodge.
middle all the way, and we'll have a flag, so Londonderry will go man up.
Wow.
Shot by Adumene.
Good job again by Boley. That was 16 right there with a big play on defense.
Patrick Vashon.
Yeah, he got a little action on that, saving A from taking one off the upper chest area.
It's almost criminal how often they're going straight down the middle, splitting two defenders with one swim dodge, and it's just him and Meme every time.
Looks like Connor McFarland will serve the penalty here for Manchester.
You're talking about number 2 and number 3 are just impossible. They're so gifted.
Yeah, that would be Nate Pedrick and Ben Patakule. Those guys are just definitely two of Londonderry's best players.
For sure.
I'm not here to argue that.
Been doing a lot of work tonight. Easy shot behind the back in Londonderry. I mean, look at that.
There's your
Aiden
top
Huard.
10.
There's his hat trick, too, that he's the third player with a hat trick. He gets the BTB and makes this a 10-goal game at 12-2 with 109 to go in this one.
They've been wanting that all game. And
Andrew, when you can hit the corner like that,
behind the back, he didn't even
Behind
know
the
where he was shooting.
back.
Wow. I mean, my God.
I mean, it's again, he had the open lane, and it's that they've clearly be practicing that on their own or at practice, whatever. But they wanted that all game.
It'll be Manchester ball here, but really, Londonderry is going to just really let Manchester just run whatever they want, because just with 54 seconds left, they'll just kind of settle down here.
Yeah, maybe get some freshmen in, get a couple minutes in there, get some experience.
I'm sure you hear this a lot, and it's probably cliche, but this was seemed closer than a 10.
Oh, yeah,
game.
it did. Just some unfortunate goals there
And
on the board.
Londonderry is not letting any shots on net. That's the other huge thing.
You take away that 8-1 lead at halftime, you know, there's something to take away from here. Manchester's had some pretty good action in the last 4 games.
Bolio going to the net will shoot that one out of bounds. It'll stay with Manchester. But Londonderry, 12 goals tonight, 5 off the stick of Nate Pedrick, 3 off the stick of Aiden Huard, 3 off the stick of Kyle McPhail, and the one anomaly goal off the long pole stick, Cam Brutus.
Again, Londonderry's got some quality wins, and they had that rough 3-game stretch early in the season. So they're no slouches at all. They're top echelons.
I mean, playing Pinkerton twice, BG and Bedford, all in a row, you know, is not three of the top 5 teams here in lacrosse. But that'll do it for this one. Londonderry going to improve to 7-6, and they're now on a 3-game win streak.
Those last 2 drives, those kind of shots, forcing them, that kind of summed up the game for Manchester. It seemed like they couldn't get good wood on it all game.
Yeah, they really could not. Kyle, you have any last words before we wrap things up here?
Yeah, normally we pick an MVP. I think it's just the whole Lancers defense. They were just unstoppable the whole time.
Yeah, can't really pick out one player. I mean, 5, 3, and 3 goals for 3 players. You know, that's pretty close. Even their goalies played well. didn't get a lot of shots on. But Gonzo, any last words from you?
I got to concur with Kyle. You know, that 5 box they just ran is like steel trap, and that led to offense. Defense led to offense.
Well, for everybody behind the scenes at Manchester Public Television, Kyle Heavey, Joe Lahr, Brendan McCormick, and Jason Cody. And for my broadcast partners, Kyle Clayton and Michael Gonzalez, I am Andrew Arndt. We hope to see you again soon for some more high school sports action. Good night, everybody.